What's up, guys and gals? It's me, your old buddy Mr. Moose, back with another edition of Transport Fever. Yeah, we're up to episode number 35 now on our US theme map. And as you can see, our gravel train is rolling on by. Only a few cars full, but again, we're in our early stages. We are working on our US theme map. We are up around Kansas City working on our freight line for those of you who are new to the series. In our last episode, we established the line for gravel, and basically what we did was we started a quarry up here that we are hauling the gravel way down the hill to our building materials area. And I just realized all this stuff is turned on, so let me turn it all off so performance won't be so poor. But yeah, and then it is picking up, since it's full of gondolas, it's picking up grain from our farm down here and hauling that back down, dropping it off where it's being trucked down to a plastics facility way up here to make plastics. So this is sort of what got going on. Now, one of the things we didn't do in the last episode, and I realized that once I got done and this red light was flashing up here telling me that there's something wrong with this particular facility, I never did add a train on here to actually haul off the building materials. So we need to do that today, pronto. Because we ain't making money if things are just sitting on the docks, right? So let's make a train. How about it? We're going to go with a standard GEC 48W locomotive. We're going to paint it up brick color, so that's going to be this kind of rust color, and we are going to get that. And then we're going to add a whole bunch of state cars to the back of it, because all we're going to be doing is hauling brick. So let's go ahead and say bye 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 bye. Oops, about one too many. Unbuy that. And oh yeah, we need a line so that we can put this train on said line. So let's call up our friend at the line manager. Line manager, hello. Yes, I'd like a line that goes up to Kansas City to Torrance. Let's go ahead and set this up here. Now I'm going to start off way up here in Torrance because I want to make sure that it goes here first. Yep. And it will load there, if full. Then it will come down here, and we are going to drop off some of those said building materials here in the wonderful town of Torrance. So we do need to hit... Are you serious? You're going to start in on me already? Oh, excuse me. Don't pay attention to any of that stuff. Let's go ahead and distract you and lead you somewhere else so that you don't pay attention to what you're doing and lose track of your mind. And well, you go over here and you deal with this. Fine. I will deal with this. Somebody over here needs a new set of trains. Fine. Replacement vehicle is set. Fine. Replace it. I don't necessarily like to leave replacements on, but at this stage in the game, it's getting really annoying to have to constantly picking out what, go in here, try to figure out what needs to be replaced and what doesn't need to be replaced. And at this point, I'm just going to leave them all on replacement because I'm tired of being distracted by this stuff. All right, where was I? Oh, okay. See, this is the thing. You get a little distracted and then you lose track of where you're at. Torrance, waypoint 4. So we're coming in on this track. We're going to stop here, make a delivery. Then after we do that, we're going to come over here and we are going to stop over here in Kansas City, but we need to get off of the main line. We don't want to stop on the main line. So we'll come in through here, then make our stop. Then we'll come out, do the loop back around, and head all the way back up here through Torrance, and we'll take the outside loop and then we'll head up here. And I do want to make sure that this train comes in on this track here, well, because as you see, that one is coming in on that one. All right, so that is good. We need to give it a name. The name of this, since we are in Torrance, is going to be Torrance. And I'm just going to call it bulk brick. Not bulk brick, bulk brick, spelled with a, yeah, there we go, bulk brick. And that's going to be the name of this train. And that is done. And if we set the line, if we auto save, we can't do anything. There we go. Now, if we set the line for Torrance, bulk brick, that train should pull on out of the station and do its thing. All right, no train riding right now because we have lots to do today. But I will show you this. I did play with the tree machine gun, and I have, started putting a little decor onto the map. But I gotta tell you, I don't really like the tree machine gun. It's not really machine gun enough for me. It's sort of like Bob Ross putting a little tree right here, and let's just see that there needs to be a little tree right here, and maybe a little tree right here, and even when we hold the trigger down on the gun, we still only get Bob Ross planting a little tree every so often, right? No, that's not what I want. I want trees everywhere. And I want the tree gun to be a little bit more like the smoothing tool, right? If you click on the smoothing tool and you're looking at it, you can change how many trees come out. And let's say you click the button right there and it puts trees everywhere the circle is. That's what I'm talking about, a tree machine. That's a tree bazooka, right? That's what this game needs. It needs a tree bazooka so that you can just carpet bomb the entire area with trees and be like, oh, there we go, fast open space, trees. How you like the sound effects? I got a special library of sound effects like that. They do really good. But anyways, yeah, so I sort of lost interest on putting trees down is the moral of that story, because it takes too long, and maybe down the road we'll do more trees. But anyways, I digress. Let's move on. And then I did like this area here, so it looks a little bit better. Like if we get in this guy, why is he stopping? You're not supposed to stop there. You're supposed to go on, dude. You're not supposed to stop until you come through that point right there. But look, when he drives through here, look, he's got some trees for scenery. He's got these ugly ones. I can't stand these cedar stumps or whatever they're supposed to be. They look more like mesquite stumps or something. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. All right, anyway, so that train's going to do its thing. It's going to run. We got other things to do today because, well, we got a lot to do. We got to get this. We got to get some wood flowing because we've got plastics of making over here, and pretty soon we're going to be getting a red thing going. Hey, you got plastics over here, you're not doing anything with it. So we need to start down here at this facility here, and yeah, we are going to start moving some wood. Now I'm guessing, I really don't know what I want to do here. I'm guessing the best thing for me to do at this point is put in a station that could be more than just a one-stop deal. It could go somewhere else down the road. But at this point, it's really just getting wood out of here. But, what to do with it? What to do? All right, we're going to have to do a little bit of rearranging as this road goes in order to do this. I don't like the way they did their road. We'll get a little thin road here. No, I don't want to put a J hook in. Come on now. What are you smoking? No, I told you it's his sense of humor that the guy who coded this part of the game did. He's like, I'm going to drive people completely bonkers with the way I do things. Every road's going to twist and turn. Yeah, all right, so there's that. And then we're going to put in a train station here. And it's going to be commercial, and it's going to be big, right? And it's going to have just going to be one track. It doesn't need to be two. It is going to not need catenaries on there. It doesn't need a secondary street connection. Well, maybe it does. Maybe it does need a secondary street connection. Maybe it doesn't. And do we want to make it curve? Yes, I got the curved stations finally working in the game. So this is a new mod that is in the it's in the Steam Workshop that allows you to curve the stations a bit. Oh, they're nice. They're very nice to be able to make that little subtle curve there, to start aiming things a little bit the direction that you want them to go. Like in this, I can curve it a little bit more, and you can curve it either way. So like 3 makes it curve a whole lot, and I could like actually pivot this around a little bit so it's not colliding with the road, and put it in like so, and then it would be pointed up a whole nother direction. Or I can curve it just a little bit, or I can flip it the other way and go negative with it, and it'll actually curve to the outside. Pretty neat. So yeah, I don't know what was going on. I put this in the other day to mess around with it, and I had it working, and then apparently I unsubscribed from it. Go figure. I don't know how I unsubscribed from it, but according to the Steam library, I unsubscribed from it because, well, you know, that's just the way I am. I subscribe to things and then completely in the middle of the night unsubscribe to them. It's sort of like you guys in YouTube, the way they keep mysteriously unsubscribing people from my channel without them knowing about it. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is just do a little subtle curve like that. Yep, that give a little character to it. And then we're connected there. Nice. I probably should do a secondary road here. You know what? Upgrade. Apply a little, yeah, secondary road. Yep, there we go. And I wonder if that qualifies for the connection to the... I don't know if it does or not. You know what? I don't care. I mean, right now, I'm not going to be doing anything with that train station. I just basically did that so that it would be there if we need it down the road. Look at that beautiful curved road. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's got to curve uphill. No, sir, it doesn't. Oh, nothing like a little, you know, snake back there. All right, so connect that up there, and that's at least connected so I won't get yelled at later on down the road. All right, so we're coming up here. We're wandering, we're wandering, we're wandering, we're wandering, we're wandering, and we've wandered up here to our facility here that we're going to be doing our production at. This is where we're going to actually be making our product, and then we're going to be taking wood up to this facility up here. Ah, yes, the old production plant up here on the hill. So we probably want to get rid of this little bit of road. Let's go ahead and get our station in place here so that we can go ahead and define this one. And look, that little bit of curve, that's going to kind of be nice for this as well, isn't it? Because it'll actually allow me to lay this in here a little bit better. Except I want to turn it more like so. That's a 1 turn, right? That's a 1Z. Can I do a 2Z? That kind of looks pretty decent. It's just a 1, right? Oh, come on, game. Seriously, the performance is getting horrible. It's just getting really bad. I guess I better put that little squirt of road in there real quick. At least a little squirt of road. Into the middle of nowhere. There. That right there is what I'm talking about. Just that little bit. And so I'm thinking I'm going to leave this open just in case I want to run track down to that other facility down there. And run some wood down to it. I don't know that I want to. It's just there as an option. I had another thought, and it basically is, I put a port right here, and if I put a port right here, I could ship some of this materials via the port, but I could also bring some. I could bring some plank back here and put it on a boat and send it upriver up to Thousand Oaks and send that up to Irving, where I want to manufacture a little bit up there. So today we're going to work a little bit on that as well. I don't know that it's going to work, but I'm going to try it and see if it works. But today we're going to focus mainly on getting this facility up and running with everything that we got going on. But yeah, I'm thinking that if I look, there's that huge line of ships again waiting on fuel. Yeah, that's a little depressing that that's going down. But yeah, what I'm thinking is if I put the station in here and I give it enough distance, I should be able to get it to go upriver as well and do some stuff up there. So it's the thought anyways. Okay, so when the game's just not freaking out on me, I'm trying to do some stuff here. All right, this, I don't need it to curve. We'll go back to 0 on there. And I'm going to put... All right, so I'm going to have wood coming through. I'm going to put 4 tracks here. Simply because I may have to have a pass-through on some of this stuff. And I want to have a secondary connection here. Secondary connection, yes. And I want to place the whole thing right about... Oh, you know, I really should put... I should go ahead and put my dock in. Let me do this. Let me put the dock in because the dock has to go in a certain distance, right? So... And learn from your mistakes. Just go ahead and make it big in the beginning. Then you have it. So, docks outside the waterways. There. Docks inside the waterway there. Alright. Now, if we come in and we put a little squirt of road down through here. That's not looking the way I wanted it. Not how I imagined it. There we go. There's a little squirt of road that way. And a little squirt of road that way. Now, if we look at our train station and we spin it around a little bit. No, I hit the wrong button. I wanted to rotate and I hit the B button and I hate doing that. Now, if we do this, I'm still hitting that and I know I'm going to make a connection to that right about there. Question is, will the dock hit the, will it hit, oh man, come on, autosave. I'm trying to place something and autosave at the same time. That doesn't usually work. All right, so just for giggles here, let's see what happens. We're going to take a connection and we're going to go to here with it. Boom. Now, will the dock connect through there to there? Drum roll. Oh, it does. Ooh, sweet. That'll all work out. Amazing how that comes together like that. So why so many tracks? Well, I had this whole thing about I'm going to have the wood come down on the lower tracks and run through here. But then I got to thinking, if I do get steel coming up from way up here in this area up here, I want to have somewhere for that to come in. So I needed a path for that to come in a little bit. Yeah, so that's that on there. And then if I was going to ship this stuff anywhere, it needed a track to go out on as well. So yeah, there's all that stuff to be in consideration when you're doing it. But is that necessarily how I want everything to lay out? No, not really. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a straight route running out like that, but I can bend it and, you know, bend it like Beckham and make it go up there and do whatever. So it will work. All right, so we've got our dock in place. We got that. We got some track now to run. We're going dual track out of here. And I guess the easiest thing to do is just bend her up here and take her straight into there like so. Yep. We'll cut a big, huge slice out of that hill. Oh, did you really put catenary on there? I hate you, game. I hate you so much. Oh, I got rid of one huge chunk of it. Let me get rid of the other huge chunk of it like that. There we go. All right. No catenary. We do not use catenary in the United States on freight trains. We do not run electric choo-choos. All right, let's do this a little bit like so. We're gonna have to put a diamond crossing in here. So let's put a little diamond crossing in here. Let's get that up to about yonder so we get pretty good speed on it. And then we'll, no, that will not work. There we go. That'll work. Booyah. There's me some diamond crossings. Let's go ahead and put some signals here. We need one signal there and a release signal there, as we discussed in our previous episodes. And then we'll go ahead and put in our waypoint here. Waypoint. Oh, no. No, you demon child. What did I do wrong here, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, that's right. I put my diamond crossing too close to the platform. Therefore, I can't get anything in. So, let's go ahead. Oh, come on, quit with the train stuff today.
Oh, this train needs to be replaced too. This is on the food processor line.
This is the food processor line. Oh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, God. Seriously, I got to deal with this now. Here's the problem with the food processor line. I got two vehicles on the food processor line that are one kind, and then I got another one on that kind. And that one isn't... This one isn't old, though, is it? Details, 32 years. And these are how old? These are 49 years. All right, so I'm going to have to pay attention to these a little bit. I don't want to deal with all this junk. Man, game, you are really pressing my buttons today. All right, so replacements. Yes, replace the old ones. The old crusty trains need to be replaced. 49 years, 50 years. Oh, so that one's not even going to replace. Only 18 is going to replace right now. All right, well, I can deal with it. Oh, this is going to haunt me for the next month or whatever. All right, so I got to watch that and then switch it off as soon as it stops and replaces. All right, so back to what we were doing when we were so rudely interrupted. Let's get rid of that. Let's be smart about this time. Put our waypoints in. Ding, ding. Now I can come in here and do this. Start right there. Come up there. Pop that in place. Anybody want to bet one of the four horsemen shows up? I mean, you know, if you succeed the first time, surely the four horsemen will show. Oh, that's lovely. I love that. That's, you know, why don't I think to design train track that way? I mean, I should always strive to have it roll out and look that ridiculously stupid. Oh, come on. Oh, did we get it? Holy cow, I can't believe we managed to get that in there. Mark the calendar, ladies and gentlemen. When something like that actually works on the first try, it is a complete rarity. All right, so I'm just trying to watch that and pay attention at the same time here to what I'm doing. Yep, okay. All right, so that is depositing its food. And by the time it turns around, reloads, turns around, goes out, it will be done. Right? Done, done, done. And I can turn it off. There we go. All right, so no more replacement. That one should be brand new, right? Details, 0 months old. Good. Details on you, 0 months. Both of those replaced. Nice. Don't tell me the other one replaced. Okay, good. Didn't. We're all good. All is well. All right, so now we just got to run down here and hit this train station down here. And since it's going to be easier for me to see this here station, I'm just going to run from here to there. And I'm just going to pull it in one big, huge, long stretch all the way down. Booyah. There we go. Huh, we're in. Like Flynn. There we go. Now, do I double this track up now or not? I really don't see a need to double this track up at this point. Only because I'm not going to be using it right now. Other than just for single use. I'm going to have one train on here probably. I mean, I might end up getting 2 trains on here. Probably will get 2 trains on there. You know what? We'll double it up when we get 2 trains on there. All right, so let's just come down a little bit like so. And then merge these 2 over like that. Oh, what the heck? We got the money. It's not like it's going to cost us any extra to go ahead and run the track. You know, we're rich. I mean, we're only sitting on... Oh, game, come on. Let me see what I'm doing. Stop just driving me off into the middle of the desert here. Oh. Yep. It's a struggle. And there we go. And that is in there. All right, so we'll come in and we'll switch back over to this platform here, like so. So we'll need to back this out a little bit like that. Put in our intersection crossing there. Boom. And we need to put a signal right here. No, not that. That's a signal. The other one's a waypoint. And then we will put a release signal there. And then we will go ahead and just put some little signals all the way up through here. So that my trains can spread out a little bit and run. So we'll create a few blocks here. There we go. And again, I know I could do this with a single piece of track and just put like right in the middle of it, put a siding. But I'm not going to. I just can double up the track all the way. Pretty much everybody does that. Man, these little hiccups are driving me nuts. These little performance hiccups where all of a sudden the game freezes and I'm trying to go forward, and then when it catches back up, I'm in, you know, Winanova or somewhere, you know. East Budapest. Let's see, going into here. We don't need anything going into here. Nope, don't need anything coming into here. All right, so coming out of here, I'm going to assume this is one way, but I'm not going to really do a whole lot of signaling in that area just because I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, to be honest with you. Come on. Get up the hill here. Into said station. We need a signal right here before a diamond intersection. We need a signal on this side coming out of it. Yep, and we are good to go. All right, so that will give us room to grow in the future, and it will get us started with our plank operation, in which, since we are doing planks, we probably somewhere out here need to on this line we need to put a little train depot, and I usually like to put it right here at the station, but I don't know where to put it. Guess we could put it right here. Let's just roll it out right here. I'm gonna need a diamond intersection then right here if I'm gonna do this. So back to the train tracks. Little diamond intersection here. Well, I really don't need it on that. I just need a crossover. There, I don't need it to be a diamond. There we go. And then I can come somewhere around in here. Just kind of come off to the side a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna put our train depot over here in the floodplain. That makes perfect sense there, Moose. Yeah, well. When have I ever done anything that makes perfect sense? All right, so what we need here is a train. And this train needs to be nothing but state cars. And autosave kicked in. I know, I should kick autosave up to like 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years. But then again, I don't trust myself. I've had some bad luck with the autosave. All right, so we're doing trees. Let's go green. Let's make a green engine, don't we? And then we'll come down here and we're going to load it full of state cars. Bye 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 bye. Oh, bought one too many. Goodbye, Dubai. All right, now we need a line. So, hello, line manager. I bet this is the plastics factory. Yep, chemical plant.
Hey, you know, you got all this stuff sitting on the dock up here. You really ought to come get it. We're gonna start charging you storage fees on it. Did you forget that you had this stuff sitting here?
No, I didn't. All right, so let's get this out of my way so you can see what I'm doing. All right, because I angled this direction, I'm gonna have to come out of here and I'm gonna have to plan my route accordingly. Right, so we're gonna come out of here. So my game plan is I wanted to come up here and go into this facility here and boom, and then I can delete this now. Remove. Oh, that didn't work right. That did not work right. I hate you, game. Sometimes you just don't let me do what I want to do. All right, so we're going to go into that facility there. Then after we go into that facility and we do our business there, I want it to bring it back to here because it's going to take wood into there and then it's going to bring wood down to here and drop it off. And then after it drops it off, it'll run all the way back down here to said facility down here and pick up a whole new load and then rinse and repeat the whole process, coming back up to said facility up here, going in on this path there. That's what I wanted to do. And that should work. Everything look right? Everything looks right to me. Good. All right, so this is Dayton Exchange, so we'll just call this 84 Lumber. No, I'm just kidding. So Dayton, D-A-Y, and we're doing rail, so that's that. And wood and planks. There we go. Works for me. That is done. This train can now go out onto the line. So the reason I did it that backwards way is just because with this facing this direction, if I had started with the facility down at the other end, at the actual forest, it would have said, oh, we have no path to get there. So, yeah. But this way it has a path because it's looking for that facility first. Of course, once it gets out here, instead of wasting time with it going all the way up there, I can actually just turn it around and head it on down the line. Let's check out our new green machine here. Yep. There's our big tree transport. Whole lot of train there. All right, so that is going to do its thing. Meanwhile, we need to get back over here and we got to get this stuff out of this facility before they have a conniption. Needs to be kind of bigger than that. Yeah, you're going to come down here. Really? I got to have that huge bridge? I don't I don't really want that bridge. I don't like that bridge. I think those trucks can probably go up that hill. Come on now. It's a vehicle. Here, we'll kind of turn it down the hill a little bit. There. No, I don't want to do that. That looks stupid. Here, short little bridge. I can deal with a short little bridge. Short little bridge is fine. Oh, did I hear it drawing some more bridge? No, no bridge. There we go. And we'll go a little bit further down this way. Yonder, like so. Yep. And we'll take that all the way to the train depot. There we go. Boom. Dead ends at the train station. It works. All right, and then somewhere up in here, we need a truck stop to deliver our goods to. So let's go ahead and put it. Yeah. Nope, not there. Not there. Oh, we also need to consider that we want to get it close enough to where it also hits the docks, maybe, because we might want to send some chemicals somewhere else. I don't know that I want to, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to have that option available, you know? So I don't know. We can always do that later on. Let's do this. Let's go. Booyah. Let's not do that. Let's just put this right here as far as we can. And right there. That's going to be that. All right. And then what did we decide? We decided we were going to truck stuff in there, but then have it go out down here, I think is what we decided we would do. So bring that in like so. Booyah. Line manager. Yep. Give me a new line.
Thank you for calling the line manager. Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to connect this to this. And I'd like to give it some fancy name, like Dayton Chemical to, you know, I don't know. Gosh, who knows? Who knows? Dayton. Back. Dayton Road. Plastic. Even the letters are slow. Plastic to Fact 1. There we go. That'll work for me. And then I guess we need a few trucks on this. So let's buy 2 trucks. And maybe 3, 4, 3. We don't have that much going on right now. 2 trucks might be a bit. 3 trucks might even be a bit. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and do it. And then I haven't even checked to see if the other one is keeping up with its loads. There we go. All right, so those are out. They'll make their way down there. So let's look up here at this particular facility. Yeah, he's falling a little bit behind. So let's buy one more truck. Buy that. And we'll set this one on. I believe this line is called Kansas City. Yep, green to plastic. There we go. So we'll add those 2 trucks onto that line. And that will get some much needed added help transporting down here. Try to ship more items. We're working on that right now. Thanks for the advice. All right, so let's check out where our plank train is. So there's our station. Where's our train? Where's our choo-choo? There it is. It's right there. All right, so there's already 28 wood on the dock there for it. We'll go ahead and let it run with that so we can start getting the whole production process started. Oh, look, another train needs to be replaced. San Jose Irving. Is that as big of a train as we can do? 168. I think that is full-size train. All right, we'll replace that one. I might as well just go in and turn 100% replacement on everything. Yep. All right. That's the old engine, though. I could have put a newer engine on that, but I didn't. All right, so this guy is going to run some wood down here and get our whole thing going, which is sweet. Get some planks made. And again, it's going to be one of those things where it's going to take time to get the process completely up and running. Let's go up here and check out what's happening up in this area here. There goes our fuel train on down the line. And we'll come up here. Stutter, 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 stutter. Let's see. There's our gravel train. Is that starting to fill up anymore? It is. Now we're up to 6 cars full. That's good. What do we got with our building materials train? It's sitting up here filling up. And right now it's got 86 pieces on there. Let's go ahead and make a little money with it. And we'll take our little ride with it. Because I know how much y'all like train rides. Hands in the air through the tunnel. Here we go. All right, so we got wood making. It's going to take a little bit of time for that one to process, so the train will actually go up there, drop off a load of wood, go back, pick up another load of wood, come back, and by that time there should be some planks for him to transport to the factory, which will get our factory up and running, which means now we got to think about where are we going to distribute the goods that are coming out of that factory. Oh, so many decisions to make here. That's going to be the next thing, is where do we take those goods? I think the logical thing is to get them up to Albuquerque somehow. So we'll look at that and we'll see how we can get that after we take a little train ride here to clear our head and relax. Nice little scenery. I do wish you could pivot the camera on this. It'd be kind of nice. Oh, look, 2 trains meeting on a bridge. Honk your horn at them. There's some more of those high dollar sound effects that I get. There's some more guardrails that are, you know, going to derail the train one day. Hey, those sound effect packages, they're well worth the money. They really bring a lot to the videos. And since they're royalty free, they don't cost me anything extra. I'm really curious to see how this train performs. And that's one of the reasons we're riding it. If you're wondering why am I riding this train, since we've ridden this whole rail before. I'm riding it because I want to see what happens when it gets over to Kansas City. It should stop right here and offload some of its pipe and brick. No telling what it's going to do with it. I don't know if it'll take all of it off of here or just take a little bit off. I got 90K off of it. All right. So with that unloaded, now we're just basically going to head out to Kansas City, and I'm curious to see if it stops on the correct platform in Kansas City. That's the reason I'm sticking around with this. I want to see what happens, because when we first put it out on the line, it stopped in the station, which that might be just the whole, it stopped at the station because it was the first pass through the station and it made sense to do that. Oh, look, there's our passenger line over there. It's a race. Not really. That horse is on, yeah, that one's on NOS. This one's not. That one's on the juice. Would test it for steroids. But yeah, this particular train, the first time through stopped kind of odd going into the station, and I'm hoping that was just because it came out of the depot and it hit a place where it's supposed to stop, so it stopped. But I'm hoping that it'll follow the way it's supposed to this time. Go through its waypoint, stop, and then do its U-turn and not stop on the main line. If not, I'm gonna have to rethink this whole bringing it through that side there. All right, so we're slowing up. Could be siding off here. Yep. Carried some pretty good speed up into there. That was pretty nice. All right, coming in with our big, massive building materials train that's only a quarter of the way full. Now it should stop when it gets to the end of the platform, which is carrying a lot of speed. It did not stop. Oh, come on. You got to be kidding me. I guess I'm going to have to redo the path for that when it's actually back up sitting at the other platform, because it thinks it needs to go all the way around and stop. That's not good. And maybe that's because the computer picked it up as stopping right there, and it's just saying, okay, well, I've already stopped here once before. Y'all know how computers are. I may have to clear everything out and reset it when it's up at the other end to make it work right. Because it's going to pull around here and stop right here on this main line, and it cannot do that in the future. It needs to go do its thing and then come in here and stop on its first pass through. I was not counting on that. It's going to stop right here now, right? Yep. Okay, that's not good. $1.8 million for that little bit of a load. So that's very good. Now if we can just get it to stop where it's supposed to do. All right, so I'm going to let that guy go back up there and reset. And we'll see what happens with it when it comes back. So now, with that happening, now I have to question, what does this train do? Hopefully this train behaves properly. Where is it at? Where is this train? This train is coming back and with a load of wood on it, right? It's got 29 logs. Now it should go right through the station and not stop. Don't stop. Keep on going. Yes. All right, well, that one's behaving. So this will drop off a load of logs up here. And once it does that, then it'll come back here and it'll do its thing. Nice. All right, which means we'll have tool production begin here in just moments. Because we should have 22 chemicals stored up. That's good. We don't have any steel, but we don't need that. If you haven't played, the way you read this basically is, in order to make goods, you either have to have planks and chemical, or you have to have planks and steel to make a good. So that's the way this particular facility works. Now over here, it's a little bit different. This particular facility requires planks and steel to produce wrenches or to produce tools, and or it needs, actually I think it will produce tools with just planks. I could send some planks over here as well and probably get this facility up and running. And then over here you need the planks and steel, or steel and and plastic in order to make the machinery. So I didn't even think about that. I didn't think you could make tools with just 2 pieces of wood. That don't make a whole lot of sense. So actually we could actually truck some stuff over there if we wanted to. We need to connect that road back up before we get screamed at. I'll have to think about that. That might be something I consider doing here in the future, but for now I'm just going to put this little squirt of road over here like so I don't get yelled at. All right, so here comes our train coming down, and it should stop when it gets in here, and it should send us some wood over to this facility, and this facility should get up and running and start making us some goods. Now, where are we going to take the goods? That's the question. I thought about making a bridge into to Dayton and taking them over here and helping this city out, because it has fuel coming in here, but it doesn't have anything for its commercial district. And of course, as we've discussed in the past, you have to have 2 things. You have to have something for your industrial and something for your business. So this town really doesn't have anything going for business. Well, it does get a little bit of food. I take that back. It gets a little bit of food coming in on these ships here. So, all right, so that dropped off. So at this point, we should have production beginning. All right, so that's good. We don't immediately, as I said earlier, we don't immediately have to get it shipped out of here, but we should start looking to where we're going to take it, which now we have to figure out how we're going to get this facility up onto the main line so that we can start deliveries. Probably coming down somewhere down through here maybe, and then like I could use this to my advantage, but that doesn't look real good. Maybe tunnel underneath that and then come up here and tie in right here. So I'm thinking I want something that comes down. If I'm going to do this, I'm thinking that may eventually have to come down this way to provide goods down this direction. But then again, I could probably the steel has to be transported on a state car, and so that has to be state cars coming down this direction. Goods goes on box cars out, so I can't use the same train for the goods as I'm using for the steel, so that's not going to work. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to think about it, and in our next episode we'll tackle that challenge for getting that done, and then we'll also look at, here's what I want to do. I want to redo this route for this guy. We've got a few minutes left over. So what I want to do is I want to take this and I want to clear it completely out. So let's remove all these stops. Let's remove Kansas City. All right, let's remove that waypoint. Let's remove Kansas City West. Basically remove everything. Yeah, I know. All right, so let's add our stations back in, right? And if we start there with nothing else, we should be able to get this going right. So, all right, coming into there, stopping there, right? And then coming up here. Hopefully this works. Going through there, stopping here. Then, you know what? Just to be sillier, let's make it go through that signal. Ha ha ha! That puts a complete break in between them, and then it should be perfect. Then it should just head all the way back up here, and then once again we want to tell it to go on this particular side there. All right, so hopefully that works. Run that train. What do we have on here? No construction materials? Why are there no construction materials? Did this facility stop production? No, it is producing. Details. We have no construction materials, but it's producing. Does that make any sense to you? They're sitting there. They're just not on the train. I probably have to run because I just got rid of the route and changed the route. I probably have to run the train again. Haha. So let's send it on and let's let it run. And we'll see what happens with it. So while that's doing its thing, I do want to thank you guys for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed the video and my amusing little rambles. Man, we still have people, even though, didn't I add a bunch of commuters onto here? I don't know. I'm so confused because, as I told you guys, I recorded a few episodes where I got like nearly done and I did things in them, but the game just crashed right when I got, you know, like 50 minutes into it or something like that. And so I'm a little confused at times. If I seem confused and I'm lost, it's because like, oh, well, I recorded this already and I think I've already said this. But yeah, I've got commuters waiting around on all these stations. Apparently, yes. Apparently, I did this once before and it didn't take. So let's buy some trams because we need to upgrade these because there's a whole lot of people sitting around not riding the tram. So I'll put 2 on commuter 1. And then I think I'm going to put 4 on commuter 2. 3, 4. And that'll go on commuter 2. Yeah, there are times when I probably seem like I don't know what I'm talking about, or I seem like I'm lost. And it's because a lot of times I am lost, but it's also because, like I said, sometimes I start recording these and things go completely haywire and I get lost and I'm like, well, didn't I just do that? No, wait, I don't remember. I don't, and that's a lot of times when I just start to say something and I stop midstream and I stutter for a second. It's like, oh, wait a second, I already said that. Oh, no, wait, maybe I didn't say that. Did I say that in the other recording where it glitched out and I didn't get it finished? I don't remember. So, yeah. So that happens every once in a while. All right, just so we can get this done, I'm going to go ahead and speed up time a little bit and let this run at 2x speed instead of running at our normal. Just because I want to see what happens with this guy. Make sure that he stops up here. Otherwise, you guys get to hear me go, oh, wow. Look, we need some more trucks, don't we? We need some more trucks, too. Yeah. So I got to put some more trucks. I got to have more trucks on both of these. I got to have more trucks moving that stuff, and I got to have more trucks moving this stuff. Things are happening. Things are happening. Why is building materials sitting here but not getting used? That's in the industrial area. Building materials go in the industrial material. I'm confused. All right, so let's slow down here so we can watch what happens. We should get off on this side, pull in, or on this platform. Pull in, go into there. Yes, 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 that's right. And come to a complete stop. Come on. You act like you're slowing way down. Oh, you're cruising at the right speed. Come on. Start applying some squeak. Put some squeak into it. Squeak. Oh, there we go. Ah, there's the squeak. Yes. All right. So, problem solved. We just had to re-record it. And with that going, we should have building materials back on the platform. Nice. All right, things are working. Things are working. All right, when we come back, we will resolve this situation here. We'll take a look at our situation down here and figure out what we're going to do as far as getting everything into Albuquerque. And we'll just kind of move forward with this whole thing, as we have a lot of pieces on the board now. We'll see how it goes. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had a good day today. If you enjoyed the video, consider smacking that like button for me. It does help me out with the folks over at YouBoob, and they'll actually, you know, think that people enjoy my content. So smack that like button, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, and come join me for a live stream. We'll try to do one tonight around 6 o'clock. Until the next time, everybody, stay safe, have yourself a wonderful day, and may God bless you and your family. Bye-bye.